Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a tumultuous day, and we have plenty to discuss regarding the latest chaos in Genoa and beyond. Let's dive into this crazy adventure. The storyline offers surprises before Reese's return. Can she stir Adam's heart once again? How will Chelsea react when she discovers all her efforts to build love have ended in betrayal? And man, oh man, is Vegas getting crazy. So we need to talk about Adam Newman. Because right now things are spiraling out of control. The Young and the Restless is really pushing the limits with this whole Sin City storyline. It feels like a powder keg waiting to explode. And right in the middle of it is Adam, but not just Adam. The spider persona, the dark side of him that he just can't seem to shake. Or maybe he doesn't want to shake it. You know how it is with him. He gets a taste of that old life, and suddenly the lines get blurry, really blurry. And the week of April 6th to 10th is going to show us exactly how blurry those lines have gotten. Because Reza Thompson is back in the picture. And she is not holding back, not even a little bit. So let's back up a second and look at the whole spider situation. Because you can't understand what Adam is doing right now without looking at his past. Spider was his escape. It was the guy who didn't have to deal with the Newman family drama. The guy who just played poker and lived on the edge. And Reza was right there with him. She knows that version of him. She probably prefers that version of him. And now he is slipping right back into those old habits. But he claims it is all for a reason. He claims he is just trying to get information on Matt Clark. Because Matt is the ultimate target here, but is it really just a game? When you pretend to be someone for long enough, you start to become them again. And Adam is playing a very dangerous game with his own mind. The memories are coming back, the thrill is coming back. And Reza is the physical embodiment of all that temptation. She is standing right in front of him, offering him a piece of the past that he thought he left behind. But clearly he didn't leave it far enough behind. And that brings us to the shocking promo video for the week of April 6th to 10th, because this video is a jaw-dropper. It literally opens with a massive bombshell, Adam and Reza in his hotel room. Just the two of them, and the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. You can just feel the history between them radiating off the screen. Reza is not playing coy. She is going right for what she wants. She steps right up to him, closes the distance, and she wraps her arms around his neck, just totally claiming him in that moment. It is such an intimate gesture. It is not just a friendly hug, it is a very clear signal of intent. She is testing the waters, testing his boundaries, seeing exactly what he will allow her to do, and Adam just stands there. He lets her do it. He doesn't pull away. He doesn't remind her about Chelsea back home. He just leans into the persona, or maybe he is just leaning into her. It is so hard to tell with him right now. So while she has her arms wrapped around him, she drops the big line. The proposition, she looks right into his eyes. And she tells him that if everything goes well with their plans, maybe they can celebrate tonight. Celebrate. Just the two of them, privately. We all know what that means. It is not a subtle hint. It is a direct invitation to take things to the bedroom. She is basically saying, let's finish this business and then get down to our own business. And she is watching his face so closely when she says it, looking for any sign of hesitation, any sign that the old Adam is going to reject her. But she doesn't find it, because Adam doesn't flinch. He doesn't blink. He just stares right back at her. And the chemistry is just undeniable. It is raw and it is messy. And it is going to cause so many problems. Because you just know this is going to blow up in his face eventually. But what does Adam actually say? This is the craziest part. He doesn't deflect. He doesn't make an excuse. He looks right at his Las Vegas handler, right at Reza. And he tells her that he is very much looking forward to it. Looking forward to it? Are you kidding me, Adam? What are you doing, man? You are playing with fire. You are soaking yourself in gasoline and handing her a match. He says it with this smooth confidence, the spider confidence. The guy who always wins the hand. But is he bluffing? Is he just telling her exactly what she wants to hear so she will lead him to Matt Clark? Or is a part of him actually excited about the prospect? That is the million-dollar question. Because Adam is a master manipulator, but he is also a guy with a lot of demons. And sometimes those demons get the better of him, especially when he is far away from Genoa City and all the roles seem to disappear. And then it happens, the moment that is going to have fans screaming at their screens. They kiss, and it is not just a quick peck on the cheek. It is a passionate, fiery kiss. They are totally locked in. It is a full-on embrace. And it just seals the deal on this whole dangerous dynamic. He is crossing lines, major lines, lines that you don't just uncross. Every time their lips touch, he is digging a deeper hole for himself. He is betraying the life he built, the life he claims he wants. But in that hotel room in Vegas, none of that seems to matter. It is just him and Riza and the ghost of Spider. It is such a visceral scene. You can see the desperation in it, the adrenaline, because they are in the middle of this high-stakes game with Matt Clark, and danger always acts like an aphrodisiac for these characters. It just heightens all the emotions. And right now Adam's emotions are completely all over the place. So let's just pause for a second and think about Chelsea Lawson. Poor Chelsea, sitting back in Genoa City, completely oblivious to what is actually going down in Sin City. She thinks Adam is just out there doing damage control, trying to protect his brother, trying to handle a threat. She has no idea that he is currently locking lips with his old Vegas flame. Can you imagine her reaction? If she just saw that one kiss, her heart would shatter. It would absolutely destroy her because she has fought so hard for this relationship. They have been through so much trauma together. And now he is throwing it all away for a cover story, if it even is a cover story. Chelsea would be Stan, just totally floored. Even the kisses they already shared before this would be enough to cause a massive explosion, but a private celebration. A night in bed together, that would be the end. The absolute end of Chatham. And Adam has to know that. He has to know the risk he is taking. But the promo doesn't stop there, because just when you think the scene can't get any more tense, bam, the camera cuts. And look who steps out of the adjoining hotel room. It is none other than Nick Newman. Nick, just standing there, watching this whole train wreck unfold. Or at least catching the tail end of it. The timing is just unbelievable. Nick comes walking out, and he has this look on his face, this look of total disbelief and judgment. Because of course Nick is going to judge. That is what Nick does best. Even when his own life is a complete disaster. He steps into the room, and the mood just instantly shifts. The romantic tension is gone, replaced by this heavy, awkward, brotherly tension. Because Nick knows exactly what is going on. He knows about Chelsea. He knows about Adam's history. And he is not going to just let this slide. He is going to call Adam out on his garbage, right then and there. And Nick does not hold back. He looks right at Adam, and he asks the question that we are all screaming at the TV. He says, "I have a question for you. How far are you willing to go with this woman?" Boom, drops the mic. It is such a loaded question, because it cuts right to the core of what Adam is doing. Nick is basically asking him if he is going to sleep with Riza, if he is going to completely nuke his relationship with Chelsea just to get to Matt Clark, or worse. If he actually wants to sleep with Riza and is just using the Matt Clark situation as an excuse. Nick is calling his bluff. He is forcing Adam to confront the reality of his actions. And you can tell from the look on Nick's face that he is disgusted. He is outraged. He thinks Adam is being reckless and stupid. And honestly, he is not wrong, but the delivery is just so aggressive. Nick is acting like the moral authority here, which is just wildly ironic given everything else that is happening with him right now. So how does Adam react to this interrogation? He looks annoyed, extremely annoyed. You can see the irritation just flashing across his face. He hates being questioned. He hates being judged, especially by Nick, because Adam always feels like Nick looks down on him, like Nick thinks he is better than him. So having Nick catch him in this compromising position is just the worst case scenario for his ego. Adam probably feels like he has everything under control. He probably thinks he is playing Riza perfectly. And here comes his big brother to ruin the vibe and lecture him about morality. Adam is going to defend himself. He is going to claim that the kisses mean nothing, that it is all just part of the job, just a means to an end. He will swear up and down that he is not going to betray Chelsea in bed. But the annoyance is real because deep down Adam knows Nick has a point. He knows he is playing a dangerous game, and he hates that Nick is the one pointing it out. But let's talk about the massive elephant in the room here. Nick's outrage. Nick acting like the saint of Las Vegas. This is rich. This is incredibly rich. Because Nick is currently spiraling out of control on fentanyl. He is literally buying drugs from sketchy dealers in Vegas. He is nodding off during phone calls with Sharon. He is a complete absolute mess. His leg is wrecked. His mind is foggy. And he's walking straight into a deadly trap set by Matt Clark. But sure, Nick, go ahead and lecture Adam about making bad choices. The hypocrisy is just off the charts. Nick is in no position to be giving anyone life advice right now. He is at his most vulnerable. He is incapacitated half the time, but he still manages to summon the energy to judge his brother. It is classic Nick Newman behavior. Deflect your own massive problems by focusing on someone else's mistakes. But Nick's mistakes are going to catch up to him very soon. And when Matt Clark finally strikes, Nick is not going to be in any condition to fight back. And speaking of Matt Clark, let's not forget why they are even in this mess. Matt is the puppet master right now. He is pulling all the strings. And there is a very real possibility that Riza is working with him, or at least being manipulated by him. What if this whole seduction routine is exactly what Matt wants? What if Matt told Riza to distract Adam, to keep Spider occupied while Matt goes after a drugged-up Nick? It makes perfect sense. Matt is calculating. He is evil. And he hates Nick more than anything. If Adam is busy having a private celebration with Riza, then Nick is left completely